And we're here. Well, I'm here anyway. Dad standing us up, stood us up. Well, he'd be here. He'll be along eventually. He's gonna run out of batteries sooner or later, and then he'll be back. We got ditched for the Vada 2. He decided it was more important for him to go fly the Vada 2 than hanging out with us. I mean, how dare he? How come a new drone is more important than us? What the heck? All right. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I was running a little bit behind myself here today. Eat more possum in the house. He's getting some new accessories for his goggles too. And Northside Hawk from down under is here. And well, I guess if you're not completely out of the loop, Lee, howdy fella. If you're not completely out of the loop, the Vada 2 is out. Everybody's after it. Let him. I mean, I'm very much surprised about the price tag. Pleasantly surprised. I'm glad, but and it really has me considering it, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Simple reason being, those goggles work for 3 drones at this point: the Vada 2, the Mini 4 Pro, and the Air 3. And that's not worth it. And I have serious doubts that the Goggles 3 ever be compatible with Vistas or the original Air units. Maybe for the old 3, if they can make that work somehow. I mean, they just complicated the crap out of their whole ecosystem again. Which goggle is compatible with what? So I've actually been phasing out my DJI stuff. Got one VTOL left with an air unit in it, and I've got the Beetle 2.5 that was my first FPV quad that still has an air unit in it, and I'm fixing to throw a walk snail into that. So James got his Avata 2 today too, so good for you. And you may not believe me when I tell you, but I actually recommended the Avata 2 to somebody, and he actually went and bought it. A local guy here reaching out on Facebook and a drone group needing help getting the stuff set up. Well, he had 0 experience flying FPV and went and bought GEP RC, Dark Star, Boxer radio, and the goggles too. And since he used to fly or is used to flying a Swell Pro drone to go fishing with, he thought FPV was pretty much the same. And well, he found out it wasn't so. Matter of fact, I saw him advertising all his stuff for sale in the Facebook group this afternoon. Well, okay, James, the floppy rubber is not really meant to be much of a gasket, if you want to call it that. It's merely a skirt to kind of block the light out, because the actual weight of the goggle is sitting on your forehead with that other contraption they've got up there. So I haven't experienced any of that yet. I'm hoping to meet up with somebody to get the flight of Auto 2, get a feel for it. But at this point, I haven't flown it yet. I don't have any personal experience with it yet. I've looked at it, and just the cost of it, and the limitations of the goggles, I'm gonna take a giant step back and watch how this product develops further. I do know a few things about it, like the Motion Controller 3 does not talk directly to the Avata. Motion Controller 3 apparently talks to goggles, and the goggles talk to the drone. So, and it's the controller 3 that's now needed for the Avata 2. It apparently talks directly to the Avata, because that thing is on 2.4 gigahertz, where the controller 2 was on a 5.8 gigahertz band. So, yeah. So I don't foresee the controller 3 being compatible with the O3 unit unless they do it through the goggles somehow. I mean, everything is possible. DJI is pretty handy with their stuff, but apparently the controller 3 is 2.4 gig, where the old controller 2 is on the 5.8. So I don't foresee that being compatible anytime. Oh, there he is. Brent, howdy, feller. Yeah, and that's what we have to wait and see. If is that goggle 3 gonna be compatible with the older units? And at this point, I'm thinking there's some serious technical limitations that may not work in our favor on that. So, um, but I mean, I don't know why you would need goggles to fly the Mini 4 or the Air 3. And can there be a firmware update for the controller 3 having acro mode? I don't know. I thought there's no manual mode on the Avata 2. On the Avata 1, you had to have the controller 2 in order to get manual mode. Manual mode does not work with the stick, the love toy, whatever you want to call it. So to get manual mode, you have to have the controller, the joystick controller, not the love toy, not the dildo. I imagine the Avata 2 is no different than that. Well, the one push button for the 180 and flips. I mean, Holy Stone had that on their toy quads like 5 years ago. The SEMA 5X, I've gotten Holy Stone here around somewhere. Holy Stone Predator, I think is what that thing was called. It had buttons on it where you push a button, it'd go flip. The Rise Tello had those buttons too, where it could do tricks. So Holy Stone did, and we know DJI can do it. Yep, that's basically what they did on the motion controller 3. There's a button to do the acro stuff, the flips on the 180s. Again, I have not had any hands-on experience with that thing yet, so I'll be interested to see what it's like. But at this point, I'm not jumping in on it just yet. Oh, you want the yeah? I don't know that. I don't know how they would do it. They might have a way to do that. Do you have the controller 3, or do you just have the motion controller? So, um, so you have the controller 3. My understanding was the controller 3 you can enable full manual like you did on the Vata 1. Get to full manual. You have to hold the sticks on the right way to flip it to full manual, and then you can do flips. Learn flips how to do the rest of us do them. So, and Davey, good evening, sir. And I guess Insta360 come out was a new camera, the X4, which looks pretty interesting. Not exactly cheap either, but I'm definitely I've been wanting to go to one of those 3D or the 360 cameras. Let me pull it up here. Share the screen. There we go. All right. There's the X4. Seems to be a pretty interesting little thing. I haven't seen any of the reviews yet. Insta360 fixed the joint line fairly well on the X3 already, so I'm only expecting the X4 to be even better at it. Yeah, I don't know about the 8K, if it's 4K times 2 for each lens, or how they're getting to 8K, because if you put it on single lens mode, the best you get is 4K 30. There was a table here I saw where the specs said. Yeah. I'm definitely interested in it. Just starting at $500. I mean, okay, it's probably worth it, but so on a 360 video, you got 8K 30 frames per second, and then if you go to single lens mode, 4K 60 is the most you can get. So I don't know how that works. If it was 8K, then both sensors should be capable of 8K, and the single camera mode, it should have 8K for max resolution. So it's kind of wild. So, because if you look here, 8K on 360, but on single lens mode, 4K is the top. So I don't know what the limitation is there, or why that limitation is there. But nonetheless, it's an interesting product. And well, $500 for the standard bundle. And then you go into the creator bundle was the telescope stick and everything. You're looking at $650. So that's pretty rich price. Not saying it's not worth it, just $650 is a fair amount of money. I've actually sold my DJI Action 2, the 32 gig version, so I can go buy the DJI 2 128 gig version to have the extra storage space, because Action 2 is my go-to camera for FPV right now. And I have the base, the power base that you will need to keep the camera going while you're flying. And Jim says here, howdy feller. So to everybody that showed up late, Dad's still out flying his Avata 2. Yeah, his new drone was more important than us. I don't know how he got to that, but apparently his new drone was more important than us. So he's still flying it. I wonder if he's got the same problem that Rodney Bell had, not being able to go more than 50 feet or 50 meters because he wasn't plugged into the Fly app. So yeah, the older 360s had a pretty noticeable seam line, or whatever you want to call it. And I didn't care for those either, but was the X3, they fixed that pretty good, where it wasn't as noticeable, or almost unnoticeable. And East Coast, howdy feller. So I was looking for you last week already. I popped into somebody's live stream briefly, and then I got a business call and had to jump back off. But you had some questions, and I never got to answer any of those. So, East Coast, if you remember what you were wondering about or asking about at that stream, please repost the questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. How's that? So. You say you got too big of hands for the love toy. Is that what you're saying? I mean, I got fairly good sized hands, but comes from being a fairly good sized feller. But I've ordered 2 sets. Did you get one, Jim? Or does it just suck because you haven't got it yet, and you holding on to the Vata 1? So, here we go. Hope it comes soon. There you go. Oh, the 360, the X3 actually is $399 now, which I don't think is too bad of a deal. Yeah, they dropped the price by $50 for the standard bundle down to $399. So that's not too bad. But for now, I need to buy the Action 2, so I've got my action camera back for my drones. So, and I know it's not a GoPro, and it hadn't the GoPro color signs applied to it and all that good crap. But you know what? I'm not filming for National Explorer or National Geographic, I should say. So I pretty much don't care. Okay. Every now and again, I might fly with somebody else that wants the footage to do something with, and that's about the extent of what I do with it. In case you haven't noticed, I don't post any flight footage online because I don't need to give anyone any ammo. I do it for my own entertainment. So we'll just roll with that. And Michael is here, lurking in the depth, lurking on the sidelines. Who else do we have lurking? Oh, by the way, have you ever had a chance to get these things? Get them. They're good. And Scott is here. Jackrabbit FPV. So, Michael, did you order the Avata 2 yet? Jackrabbit or Scott, did you order the Avata 2? Come on. I know one of you two went for it. And Chris Hope, driving and listening. Howdy, feller. Good to see you. So, yeah, for me, it's just, I need to see more use for the goggles before I drop $500 on a set of goggles that I can only fly 3 drones with. So Chris must be on his way home from work. Yep. I'm not surprised, Michael. It's a good drone. It's not for me because I've got a whole shelf full of freaking drones here that will do everything I need them to do. Anyway, so yeah, the X3. Now that the price come down on it, I might just jump on that deal. I don't know. Right now, more important is the Action 2 because I've got all holders printed out for an Action 2. So where we at? There we go. No, that's not what I wanted. Try that. Come on now. There we go. Now I'm probably just going for the power combo. But I want the 128 gig, so I don't have this problem running out of storage space. So, oh, looky what the cat drew again. Let's see here. I'll take that out and add him in. He's back.
Man, that was freaking exhausting.
Why was it exhausting?
Anytime you rush something, it's exhausting. I got a good feel for everything, but without a regular controller, without a plane controller, you can't determine anything. There's just not enough going on. So I was flying. Obviously, you probably already said I was flying the Avata 2 just a little bit ago.
Yep. I told everybody you ditched us for your new drone.
I'm freaking. I was excited. I mean, I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna hold back.
Yeah,
I was excited.
And I'm just giving you crap because I can.
I was excited, and I do have some things to say. I think there's some things that you'd be interested in for sure. But without, as far as like flying, you know, without it in manual, you can't tell anything. Manual tells you everything. So when you're flying in acro, that explains everything. But with a controller, the controller 3 motion controller, it just I was flying at 8 miles an hour of wind. I'll tell you that. And the wind definitely definitely caused some issues. The wind it's lighter. There's no question about it. There's more surface area to it, and it's lighter. It doesn't have that punch. And like I said, I was flying with in sport mode with the motion controller, but not enough info. I don't have enough information to say that it's better. One thing I can tell you is the sound of it is no damn different than the Avata.
Well, it's not as high pitched.
I didn't notice the difference.
Well, all the videos that I've seen where they done comparison, it seemed like the noise level were about the same, but the Avata 2 is not quite as high pitched as the Avata 1 was.
Yeah, without, like I said, without having a dB meter and but there's not. To me, it's okay. There's a huge difference between when you take a camera drone out like a mini and you put it in the air. You can't even hear that damn thing. When you put any kind of a whoop in the air, it has a specific sound to it.
Yeah.
Whoops it's very hard to take that whoop sound.
With a prop guard.
Yeah, and the props are small.
Put a prop guard on a Mini 4 and see what that sounds like.
I'm eating vegetables and fruit like a spaceman.
You a vegetarian now?
No,
I'm just hungry. Freaking broke? Are you so freaking broke from buying the Avata 2 that you now have to resort to?
They still haven't charged me tax for that.
Oh, they'll come back at you.
I was afraid that when I went to go pick it up, they'd say, "Okay, you have to pay the." I mean, I owe them $95. So how are they going to get it from me? Ask politely. I pick up my controller 3 on Friday.
Wow.
So, yeah, I won't see that. Those things were back ordered. They sold them out like instantly. Surprising, huh?
Well, everybody knew if you ordered a Vata 2, you have to order the real controller with it. James here in the chat has both controllers. So
yeah, if any of you guys that already have it, I think you guys kind of know. There's a couple things that I could say that are a little bit more interesting and better. Obviously, the camera's better. The video coming through the goggles is absolutely superb, and there is less vignetting on this. But the fit is very different. So you all those hat wearers, when you wear anybody that wears a hat with they're not, you can't. So you can't wear a hat with that. So they basically made that decision for you. You can't wear a hat with a goggle strap on that. So that's controlled for you. But it seems like it's more, I don't know if you remember the Integra screen. It seems like the screen has a few more pixels, and I didn't see on the edges blurry. And I remember I just went and got my eyes checked. I'm freaking blind in one eye and I can't see out of the other one. But I did notice a improvement in the goggles. And then it makes you go through this absolutely annoying, tutorial, and it won't let you fly without it. I just wanted to check off everything. Okay. Anyway, it took me an hour. I'm sitting there, I'm holding this stupid controller in my hand and trying to get it to friggin', get past all the bull crap. I want to push go and I want to fly. I don't care about. So
yeah, well, Rodney Bell got his Avata 2, and he couldn't fly out more than 50 feet.
Oh, I was way past 50 feet.
No, 50 meters, not 50 feet,
Yeah.
50 meters.
Well, he's got it in beginner mode then. He's got to get that thing out of beginner mode or something. Because there is a button you have to do and get it out of beginner mode.
No, he figured it out. He had to hook it to the fly app.
Oh yeah, that makes you do all that.
And
so
here, Larry, no, would be insanely surprised if you don't notice a huge difference on the way it flies in manual.
Yeah, no, that's what I don't know. I don't have enough info yet, so I can imagine it does. It's so much lighter, and it's way more streamlined. I have all three batteries. I only flew one of them. I flew only about, I didn't fly for very long. I was in almost like a 8-mile-an-hour wind, 8 to 10. So the wind was pushing me out. And when I came back, I couldn't get more than 20 miles an hour out of it in sport mode. And I had that thing freaking pegged. So with the controller, I'll be able to get past that, use a little bit of slope but.
All right, Larry, I made you a moderator, so you've been smurfed. There you go.
The pass-through cameras, garbage. I mean,
what I was hearing ahead of time.
Yeah, just like it was said, you'd think you could put a 1080p image there. I don't even think it's 1080p. I mean, it's really low res.
Yeah.
It's like a really grainy color. And I was inside when I obviously they're low, the image sensors are very small. So more than likely, if you're outside, you'll probably get a better view. But yeah, can you see around? Yeah, you can see a pretty good field of view. You're not going to do that while you're flying. You're not going to you're literally to tap those things that on and off. You have to literally knock your freaking glasses almost off because it's a tap. It's like a vibration that sets it off. So maybe there's a sensitivity to that. So that was some kind of annoying. I'll probably use it, I guess.
So y'all don't be shy about hitting that thumbs up button down there below, please.
The other thing that really quite right away is very apparent is the transmission system is really good. I was below sometimes I was below the grade of where I was standing. I was in that very undulating field area where it goes up and then it drops off. I was
Yep.
behind that. And I wasn't seeing the drop at all. And I was like worried that I was gonna, because I was flying low because it was too windy to fly high. If I flew high, it would have been the most ridiculous flight ever.
Well, the new system has 6 antennas on the goggles now. 4 of them are send and receive. So, and you do have to get that ham file onto the goggles too, to get all the channels. That ham config file that we used in the goggles too.
Yeah.
You need to do that on the goggles 3 too, apparently.
So you can get all the
So you get all the channel. Yeah. There is an FCC hack for the folks in Europe, but I don't know the specifics of it. But there's somebody that done found out a way to hack them.
Lowry, I'm not ripping on the concept of the pass through. I think it helps. And I know I'm going to find value in it because there are situations when when I've goggled up and I'm ready to fly and I want to know what's going on. And that would be very helpful. So I'm not saying that the idea isn't good. I'm just saying that, there's a lot of ways they cut costs out of this product. You could tell, from the box. You want to see something really interesting? This is a DJI money saver. Check this out. I don't have it. Crap. Where did I put the box?
Box is on the shelf behind you.
Sit behind me. Okay. Remember back in the old days when DJI first put out products and their all of their packaging was amazing? There, check this packaging out right there.
Yeah, is that a DJI thing or a Best Buy thing?
No, I'm just saying how thin the packaging is. This used to be like bulletproof. We're talking like when the Mavic ones came out. That is really cheap box. It's a big surface, but I've never gotten a package from, it's just they save a lot. They've been saving money, which is good. I think it's a great idea but the cardboard is really thin, just super, super thin. But I don't fly the cardboard, so they save money. There's places that the booklets are like a really cheap paper now. You did get enough props. So there's a lot of questions about that. About the other thing is I'm thinking about is, I'm thinking 1,000 miles an hour. Is they will come out with some aftermarket props for that. I guarantee that they up the it's a 4 or 5 blade. I bet you that one of them will do that.
Well, my understanding is these are regular 3-inch props instead of the 2.9 that you had on the Vada.
Yeah, they look pretty standard. They don't look like I wonder if I have any of the 2.5ers. Oh, I don't have any 3s.
You wouldn't need 3-inch.
I think I think the ones for for my diatone, I think those are 3.
Yeah.
I'll have to go look around and see if I can find some diatone props. But like I said, it's too soon to really make a huge. My flying experience today was not spectacular. Mostly because the little bit windy. And I was in a hurry. I think that makes it less enjoyable too, but it was, but the video quality is going to be everything to me. So when I crunched that video tonight and I pulled the video, I didn't have here's a great thing. I didn't have a card. I just charged everything up. I only had a couple hours to charge it. All 3 batteries charged within an hour and a half. I had 3 fully charged batteries.
That's cool.
I connected it up my goggles and I had almost a full charge on that. I got it at lunchtime and I was flying at 3. And I was working. I couldn't dink around with that stuff. And everything got charged up quick. And with the Avata, it takes a long time to charge stuff. He took it in 27-mile-an-hour gusts. Why? I don't.
Because he probably got it and wanted to fly it and didn't care about the wind.
That's true. Lowry, I'm just picking on you because I don't know as much as you. I would feel very uncomfortable in 20-mile-an-hour winds with that. There's just so much. It's a sailboat, I would take this out in 27 miles an hour. Density and power. I like I said, without D-Log is awesome. I already saw the to me, like I said, the control link to the goggles from the camera was really good. And the brightness when I first got it on was set at like 3/4. I didn't even know I had more brightness. And then I cranked the brightness up and I'm like, whoa, so they did something with that. I don't know if anybody's done a check on what the nit value is on the goggle screen, if they did something with the OLED screen, but it seems like there's a little more brightness to it. That's for sure. And I was in the blazing sun, freaking sun was just baking me.
Well, you need a little tan.
But anyway, that's enough of Avata talk. This
right here would be the prop I'd stick on that thing. If those were 3-inch props.
You need a T-mount, yeah.
You have the little insert you push in those things.
I'd try that. Oh yeah, those are a little. That would be interesting.
Those 5-bladed props, gem fin 5-bladed props like that was a little curve to them. Is my preferred prop for anything Cinewood. So
I was hoping for a little less whininess, but
and with a different prop that might change.
The pitch could. There's a lot of factors, and I can fly in much better conditions. You'd think 7 miles an hour. The thing is my watch says 7, but I look at the flag, and when you have 100-foot flag sticking straight out, it's probably more than that. Like I said, goggles fit differently. I was very confused with going back to the joystick, but it'll come back. I'm sure that'll be. It's much. I like the click back, click forward, click up, click down. I like that, and then click to hit enter. I think that's good.
So apparently, DJI claims 81 dB volume on the Avata 2. I was wondering what that Hell's Angel sticker was for.
It's also over here. We have a sticker on the side. The C1 label says 81 dB. I know what 81 dB sounds like. It could be there.
Kelly posted something with a dB meter, and I didn't see 81. But I mean, this is again one of those test methodology things. are you in a sterile environment at X amount of feet, at X amount of prop speed? Who knows how they come up with those things, right?
Yeah, I'm
But
a realist.
81 means Hell's Angel for those that are not educated in that. Because H is the 8th letter of the alphabet and 1 is the first letter of the alphabet. So that's H8.
Oh, I found a replacement screen for my old computer. They sell those. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
For the Mac, for the
Mac?
M1 Mac, yeah, it's like $200. It's like $180 for an OLED replacement screen with the shell cover.
Now you only have to find somebody to install it for you.
No, it's not hard. I can do it. It's easy. They got videos all over the place.
I feel for that Mac computer. It shall never be the same.
It's 10 screws and then there's a strip that plugs in, and it's not rocket science. They made that for it to be replaced. I just thought it would be nice.
Next week we'll all see Dad's new wireless screen on oh no, it's not wireless, but remote screen for his laptop.
All right, now I'm
using laptop. He's gonna have a screen.
I'm using the HP right now, Kai.
Yeah, I figured you were.
Hell yeah, I love it. I can bring this thing to work. One plug, man. I got my whole setup in one single plug, so I can put both computers, man. I can just go switch back and forth. It's so sweet. Very, very cool. This thing's been bulletproof too. The screen that comes with it, the freaking I think I paid $540 for it, or $5 with tax. And yeah, if I'm not even using I've got it in clamshell mode. There we go. Now I've got the extra screen. Freaking screen is great. I mean, but I'm not gonna abandon the Mac when I can just throw for $180. I can put a new screen on it.
Well, put a new screen on it.
This one is much more familiar to me because I've been using PCs forever. So when I'm doing things with this one, it's just so much faster.
It'd be so much easier when I try to help you out with something because I don't know what your Mac computer tells you on the screen.
Yeah, it's just real good. I'm very happy. The Mac is, yeah, you kind of, that thing will grind out video though. I have not tested this one trying to cut a video. And I don't know if I will. I think I'll just flip computers over, just plug in the Mac. But I've got till July to decide whether I'm going to use one for video editing or the other. That's when I have to renew my subscription to Power Director.
Oh.
It's in July. So, and right now they're running a special. They're like $50 a year for Mac. It's like $55 or $51, something easy, something really good price. So,
well, I'm going on Saturday to rip the farmhouse a little bit.
I wished I could rip the farmhouse too, but I can't rip it. I can only rip the freaking landscape. I could rip my yard, I guess. I'm just excited for the controller. I want a freaking controller.
No, we're going to meet on Saturday morning and buzz around some. So,
he said he ripped his neighborhood and during sunset. Okay, for the video, for the yeah, I see what he's saying. He's talking about the camera, that you have a lot better low light.
No, he's talking about the noise levels.
Oh, the noise. Oh, we'll see. I have to listen.
He's still on the noise levels because that was his previous. Put it back to back with Savata 1. It's like a purring kitten versus screaming banshee.
I'll do that. I'll put one up and then, okay. Just,
Okay. You're right on both counts. So.
Well,
Both reasons, to be
mine's a
fair.
screaming banshee anyway. I got the red props. I got the stealth props on mine, so it's even louder. I am not buying stealth props ever again.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that I spent $200 to buy another controller that's exactly the same as the one that's sitting in here.
Well, your controller 2 and controller 3 have a major difference. And it's not the internal antenna on the controller 3. It's the controller 3 runs on 2.4 gig, where the controller 2 runs on 5.8.
5.8 is, yeah, it's the. They did really do a nice job with the design. There's no question about it. They really knocked it out of the park with the center of gravity. I just wanted you to see this. This one is a. Okay. Right. Watch this. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Look at that freaking little tiny thing. Freaking little baby.
Yeah.
I mean, this has got some substantial feel here when you're flying,
Well,
just when you're like,
it's not the size of the boat, it's the ocean or the motion of the ocean, or what was it?
Well,
it's only on drone controllers where man will argue who's got the smaller one.
I didn't put the thing on. I better put it on. I saw freaking Ken Dono's that he broke this little freaking dinkle thing off. I don't know how this could fall out of your hand. Really, he says they dropped it. He accidentally dropped it. I could see it dropping it, but that little nubbin right there came off. This one doesn't have a nubbin, but there is a purpose.
Here, to make you feel better, Jim's wife says smaller is better. We'll just leave it at that.
I think the flying experience was fun, but I really won't use it. I know I won't. It's like every once in a while you just take it out and like you're saying,
they added some nice features to it where you can use the motion controller to access the menus and the goggles. That's pretty neat, but it's a gimmick at best. So do the goggles 3 still have the touchpad, or are we back to?
No. Nope. Touchpad's gone. They added one of the things right away. They also took away the lens protector. You have nothing protecting your lenses. There's nothing. So I'm gonna have to print up. Some of those little covers.
So you got a small dildo or no protection.
Shit. The other thing is you see this forehead thing. You see that it's doubled up. They give you a second one because if you have a freaking Cro-Magnon brow like me, if you put it on there, the thing is too close to your face. So you have to put that extra thickness there to bring it out so it can tilt in. And this stuff here, it's like really loose Jello.
Yeah. Well, all it's supposed to be, it's not supposed to be putting anything on your face.
Yeah.
And a lot of FPV pilots are going to struggle with that because we're so used to the foam.
You ain't doing this anymore
on our face.
This is Pat. You ain't gonna do that anymore. But I don't know if this is the answer. I can't tell you if I like this better than the other way. I really can't tell you. It's not. It's to me. It's just different. It's not necessarily way better. It's just different.
Put it on. Put it on. Show us out what it looks like.
So there it is right there. So like I told you, you can kind of tilt it up there, but when you immediately get ready to fly, you have to you there's actually it actually clicks twice. So it fits good. There's no question about it. I love the adjustment. That's to me is is really good. It does fit nice.
So
So.
you won't be flying in the summer with that. Your head be all burned to hell.
Oh my Lord. Yeah. I didn't even think, yeah. You got to wear a do-rag or something.
Yeah.
Like that freaking, the turn it on. It's really touchy. There's like a rhythm to turn it on. And if you don't do it just right, it doesn't turn on. It doesn't do shit. But the other thing I like is there is an extra fan in here.
Yeah.
Um,
They got that part of it right, at least.
Yeah, I like that. You just go right up there to the top and hit that goggle defog. Oh my God, it's like instant cool face. I mean, that is great. And like I said, it's right now, all of the weight is on my forehead. It's right there, right where I'm going to get skin cancer. And like I said, you see how I'm already looking for that.
I'm just wondering what your freaking tan line's gonna look like this summer.
So I'm going to set the brightness about right there, but I had it cranked way up, but I don't know. I don't know where to leave it, but yeah, that's great. I just, it's intuitive enough there. Turn that off. And the other one is the live view to the Wi-Fi to the your mobile device. Here, I'm going to take these off there. I'm sweating. So yeah, there's a button in there. It's a live view. So that will allow you to Wi-Fi it to your phone. So you don't have to have a cable there connected to anything. So that's another really good thing. But you have that file that I can borrow so I can print up those plastic goggle things. The lens covers.
The lens covers, yeah, I've got them somewhere. They're on my Thingiverse. I don't know if they fit or not.
Are they still on there? I'll go print. I need to print some of those up. I need to protect I just put that foam back in, but I got to get those lens covers on there. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. It's definitely a second generation product. It's not, anything as ugly and obtuse as the old one, But the old one, I got used to flying. I can fly the crap out of it. I can fly, and I'm sure I'll be able to fly the crap out of this one. But I'm not going to fly the crap out of it with this freaking dildo. I'll tell you that. So let me tell you, if I would have had a controller today, I would be talking way different. You would have had to shut me up.
I can do that. Okay, I'll post a link to the.
Oh yeah, I gotta put Kira on my. Hey, you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at I'm looking at the not the Bamboo. Was that the one that Mads Tech was showing us? The Bamboo A1.
The Bamboo A1.
That's
$250. Get some sort of deal going on it right now.
Pretty good, yeah. I mean, this thing prints TPU just fine. I don't know why the hell. You gotta talk me away from doing stupid shit like that. There's nothing wrong with this one. I don't even know why I want a freaking Bamboo A1. I don't need it. So screw that. I'm not getting that. I just like his opinion. I think he's special. You know, he usually is able to get stuff working.
Yeah.
And the problem with these old printers is they're slow. The new ones are way faster. They got new print technology. They print smoother. The bed leveling makes it up way better. Just, you know, print times are so much slower with these old ones. But
There it is.
Here, yeah, that's the with the rolls, yeah, multicolor.
Here's the one just to print by itself, the mini. That's $249, and then
Yeah, and then what's that other gadget? What's the feeder cost?
well, that adds $150 to the equation. So that's $399 with all that.
It just seemed like it'd be so much more expensive.
Well, it goes from 250. It goes from 250 to 400.
Yeah, I guess that's 150 bucks. But it'll print those colors. I mean, you can go multiple color. You can go each layer, and that's pretty cool. That little mini map there. That to me is what kind of set me off. I'm like, oh wow, look at that 3D relief, man. Noise canceling technology. I got to download Kira again. Would you?
How big is the build plate on that thing? 180 by 180 by 180. So that's about the same as you have in that.
Yeah, it's not bigger. Yeah, it's not bigger at all. It is not. I just like that his had wireless technology, so you can print right from your phone. You know, that's to me that's cool.
That's a little bigger than the Ender 2. Not much, 15 mil.
It's just there's a little gadget that makes it just a little bit better. Yeah, I haven't done any of you guys are talking about all that, the funky, the button pushing stuff. I don't even think about that when I'm flying. I don't think about pushing a button to do a flip. But I'm going to try it out.
This would be the printer I'll buy if I had the money for it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The P1S.
Yeah, that's what you get for $1,000. You get a freaking. And then you can print all the
carbon. Yeah, like for $1,500.
You can print the carbon fiber and stuff. That thing, because you got the case.
Well, you can do that on the P1S too. No, it's supposed to P1P. P1P is open. It's good, but cheaper though. But
yeah, I'm ludicrous mode.
Bang. I'm perfectly content with my artillery right there.
Yeah, there's no need
artillery
for. There's no I'm in no hurry for that, but to improve my print quality, and then, but I don't print enough, to really, to make that up, but you know, and I can make it pretty much anything I need here. I mean, I had no problem building my, you know, with Mario. I was able to build his little butt frame there, and that turned out really good. That's this 100. This is what did we pay? 199 for that thing. We overpaid for these, Kai.
No, we paid 100 and was it 100? Well, it was 159 is what we paid.
It really isn't that cheap? Can you think about that? How much? And that thing is the greatest TPU printer ever. That's all I print with that is TPU.
I'll print TPU and I print PLA Plus with mine, and I have no complaints. TPU, after I'm done, I got a little lighter to burn off whatever strings show up.
Yeah.
And there's some stringing, but I've got one of those burner lighters, and just quick pop, and all those freaking lines are gone.
When I see you get excited about a printer, then I'll get excited. I'm not going to get excited right now. That like the products are they're getting so much better.
Yeah.
And I think it would be nice to have.
The 3D printers are now where computers used to be, where, every 6 months you ended up buying a new computer because processor speed about doubled.
Right.
And, where we're getting to the point now where the 3D printers are enough mainstream, if you want to call it that, to where we can see some good improvements in technology.
Want to see an improvement of technology? Watch this. There is the freaking card reader.
Yep.
Frick. I'm sticking a card in there. I didn't have a card. There we go. But yeah, I don't have a super exciting need yet for a really super hot, but I think that the time is coming where we're going to make even more stuff 3D printing. I think it's going to be an everyday tool in everybody's house, that everybody's going to have them like a TV, just to make simple stuff. If you can go on your phone and go, all right, I need a shim for my cabinet, and there's like 30 of them there, and I just got to pick it, bang, sends it to the printer. I got a carbon fiber shim, to fix my cabinet or something, or like for cables, or like we always cables under our computers. There's a million ways to have to organize cables. I mean, it's drone parts, everything that you can make. I mean, we're going to be printing frames out here pretty soon.
Nah, I don't think we'd be printing out frames anytime soon. Well, actually, technically, you
little
can.
ones.
There are some that you can't print out now, but
we're not going to print any 5 or 6 inch frames. We'll print out the little ones. Little Cinewhoop frame. Should be able to print those.
Actually, if you want to print those, it'd be better to print them as an resin printer.
All one good solid piece.
The resin printer is so much stronger than filament printer.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to worry about the heat and the adhesion and sticking everything together. It's just one solid pour, like concrete.
And for those, I just thought of it. For those who are interested in walk snail stuff or avatar, whatever you want to call it, there are CADX just said they have new stock available to ship now, so they got in a new delivery, so they can deliver again, both on the Goggles X and the Avatar Moonlight kit, which is the 4K recording kit for walk snail, avatar, whatever.
We were actually talking a little crazy here the other day. I'm going to remind you. I brought it up. I brought up the, hey, let's go build a 5 inch, and we ended up doing that. What did I bring up last time? You want to build a plane? Let's build a
Fixed wing.
fixed wing. Yeah, we're thinking
Yeah.
about building. You want to show? Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
That's it.
What is that? The Zod H? Was it that Zod HD or something? I think I'm going to build that. I want to fly that.
This is just a little plane. 2 servos there, and then you got 1 servo for the elevator. There's no rudder,
No rudder.
so it's a bank and
So it's
yank.
basically you're only bank turning, so you can only.
Well, you bank, and once you have it banked, then you pull it up, and gives it the extra kick.
Okay. I don't know anything about fixed wing, so that'd be kind of fun to learn.
They're called bank and yank. So you bank it, and then you pull the elevator,
And then it gives it the tight.
gives it that extra kick to go
Makes
around.
sense. That makes sense. I could figure. Possum said resin isn't brittle.
And battery, there's room for camera in the front.
And this would be a good Vista project, a walk snail project.
Room down below, and there's room up above. So
It's just a good way to start the good. It would be a good. It would. I was talking about iNav too, thinking about that because Bardwell was messing around with iNav. It'd be nice to have a competitor that even with the with the drone world that we're in, that Betaflight kind of controls everything. It's kind of nice, even though iNav looks a lot like Betaflight. I mean, they're probably made by the same engineers.
nope.
Totally different.
Nope. But they borrowed the interface from each other, I guess. Which makes it a lot more user friendly because you don't have to, hunt for everything.
iNav has just a little, even though they do a lot of the same things. I think it would be. I think aren't they more?
You can absolutely program a quadcopter on iNav, or put iNav on a flight controller for a quadcopter.
Yeah, that's what I was
the
watching.
long range guys do.
Yeah, that's what I was watching Bardwell do. He took his 7-inch Chimera and he flashed iNav on it.
Yeah.
And he was just walking through it. He's talking about. He actually is putting videos out on it.
Yeah, both of those there. This one and that one, they both have iNav on them.
Yeah. And we're like I said, it's with that little project there, it's not, the expense is very low. You got $100 frame, flight controller, and ESC. You got 1. You don't have 4. It's much more simple. Then you're just setting up servos, for stick control, trying to figure out, okay, what's up is up and what's down is down.
There's a new one that's coming out by Zot too. That's the Altus or something like that.
Yeah, I'm serious about it. I want to keep experimenting in areas that I haven't practiced anything in, and I think a simple fixed wing project, get it out get it out here in the hot sun where it can just kind of float around. Oh,
so here's the drift. That's what I have. I just,
yeah, the Zod.
They don't send no speed records or anything, but
what does your drift need to fly yet?
I've got the flight controller already. I already got that thing soldered up. I just need to start installing it. I need to get GPS in there. I just haven't messed with that. I haven't had time.
How long have you had the frame?
Probably about a year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the way things go, I think that's,
No, the thing was, I bought this off a guy off of Facebook Marketplace up in Austin, and it was so cheap that I'm like, okay, I'll buy it, and I just, it's one of those projects that I bought a while back to do something with, but I really haven't, done anything with it.
uh-huh.
Put it together and hang it on the wall. The only reason I put it together, hang it on the wall, because I was worried about it just getting beat to shit in the box. So,
Yeah,
but no, it's got the motor on there. I've got the ESC already wired to the flight controller. I've got,
yeah, I'm just trying to get my Altimeter. Well, I don't have Altimeter on my new computer, so I'm trying to get Cura on here.
so I got flight controller ready to go.
Yeah, that's so
There's
simple.
already a pigtail for GPS already soldered on. The receiver's already soldered on. ESC is already soldered on. This thing is just absolutely tiny.
Yeah, just ready to go though.
So, and then, I got to build a 2S lithium ion pack for that.
A 2S?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what you gonna do with that?
No, that plane flies on 2S.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Damn, that'd be like perfect for that actually. You don't need a lot of RPM. You need
No.
pusher power.
Matter of fact, this plane, you don't want to go fast because these wings cannot handle high speed. I mean, they are thin and they will fold up on themselves if you go too fast.
That's a great idea. I did kill that. I did kill the blue battery yesterday. I always wanted to say goodbye to it.
And it's really, I mean, wings pop right out. It's got a little connector built into. Yep.
I know it's sad, but it's better than burning my house down.
So it's got the little connector right there for the servo.
For your servo, yeah.
Right there. So it's fairly compact to haul back and forth.
Now with the flight controller, is it directional, meaning that you have to have it mounted inside your fuselage?
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously you got a GPS, so you'll probably have a compass in there.
I don't know. Yes, this one actually will have a compass on it. Now getting old 5883 laying around for that. Again, it is one of these projects where I bought shit, a while back for something, and now I'm kind of using leftovers and stuff that I pulled out of other things. Yeah, I'm always playing around like that.
I think that's what keeps us from going crazy. If I didn't have projects, I would go insane. I have been going insane. So that's when I went to the computer issue. It gave me something to think about for a while. And it did solve a problem. I'm now mobile and I'm not lacking like you always are telling me. I'm not I-9ing right now though. So somebody on there, he said that USB-C looks like it's begging to break off of that flight board. Hobby Howie.
Well, actually, it is glued on there pretty good.
Yeah,
You
it
can
is.
see where there's a good bead of glue right at the base of it.
Yeah, just give it a
And
good
this thing actually will be sitting in the fuselage.
right.
So, and nothing will be plugged into it while it's in flight. So you don't have to leverage on that. But actually, I think this is going to be my next project right here.
Yeah, you were bringing that up to me. That was the one that you're showing me. I have the parts to do that. I guess I could go that way first. And just, scavenge the parts off of what I got and then rebuild it. I need a flight controller. That's the one thing I got to go get. And you already gave me a couple of good flight controller candidates. We're gonna go all in one. I'm gonna put those 1505 motors on there, so it'll have the freaking power of the 25 that I had. Are you gonna stick a GPS on there or no?
This one won't have GPS. Will
Yeah,
not have.
doesn't need it.
So,
It's overkill. C20.
actually, I'm looking for the C25.
25.
I
Yeah,
don't know what I have the C20 video posted with that.
yeah,
But
it's a 25. The
they're
25.
using,
It does
they're
have
using
that does have a
1404.5 motors on there. Oh, there is room for a GPS.
well, stick it on there. Why not? What the frick? It's only $20.
Well, obviously, motor mounting 25 by 25 is not correct. This is for the flight controller 20 mil. And that's why I'm going for this, because it has a 20 mil mount, because I have a 20 mil flight controller laying around. All in one, 20 by 20. That Flywoo 745 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that'll go nicely in there. VTX 25. That's what I need.
Is there room for a stack in there?
I wouldn't even bother with a stack. I don't think there's enough room either.
I was just wondering if there was. Well, usually they're not. They're 25 by 25. Bigger the better. And I can handle that.
Let's see, 20, 25 V2. There we go. So for the all-in-one mounting, you got 20 by 20 or 25 by 25, whichever configuration you want to have. I have this 20 by 20 that has the motor hookups right in the corner. So that'd be perfect for this setup. And then I'm going to take the motors off of my 4-inch shocker, which are 1504.5 Brother Hobby motors. I'm going to put 1604 motors on this and use the 1504.5 motors on that thing. So that'd be kind of musical chairs, but
Akarisha was challenging my sanity.
Do you have any?
I'm pretty stable right now. I've got projects, which helps me.
So I don't know if I'm going to stick GPS on it or not, because I do want to keep it sub 250. So
yeah, I think
GPS may not happen because
you don't need it. And then
for the weight of it.
I got a
I
phone
think
call.
the 2.5 inch is the right prop size for a digital whoop. And you still keep it sub 250.
Okay, bye.
Taco time?
Yeah, dinner call. Dinner call. Dinner call.
So we'll be staying tuned for more news on the Avata 2 from you.
Yeah, it's coming. It'll keep coming.
Curasso, hello. Hobby, Howie, howdy. Anybody else on this? Nope.
There we go. There's my setup right there. I just showed you the setup. What we got going here.
Yeah.
The overkill screen right here. We don't need, but I do have it set up in clamshell, so I can keep that down just like that. See what he did? He created a monster. I never used to do this stuff. See, if
it was me, my laptop would be, if that was me, I'd have the laptop off to the right.
Yeah, I'm going to get it there. My cable's a little bit too short right now. The one that goes to my,
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, my controller's a little small too right now. Dad's buying the Avata too?
He already bought the Avata 2.
I was the last one in America to get it.
Have I tested the Moonlight walk snail yet? No, I have not. They just became available again.
Yeah, we haven't. How long has that been?
Yeah. They released it. They only had a few to ship, and then they ran out. But China had another holiday in there.
Oh, that's right.
And actually 2 holidays. First was Chinese New Year, and then that was their spring festival or whatever it is. That was earlier this month. And you got one holiday that screws up like 2 weeks worth of shipping.
Jim says he's still waiting for his. Yeah, I don't know why it took so long this year. It's crazy. Why Best Buy wouldn't have at least 4 of them? None.
Who'd have thunk?
And yeah, anyway.
Well, I looked at it and I thought about it, but I resisted the urge for now because I wanna know more about it, and
it's a fun toy, and there's a lot to know about it. There's a lot more info.
Maybe fly somebody else's a time or two and see if that's even, because
I wish I had a neighbor.
The goggles 2 and the goggles Integra were freaking disaster.
These are definitely good, but here comes another phone call. I better get going.
All right. Well.
Hello. Oh, it's not dinner yet? All right. Okay. Okay, bye. The warden gave me a reprieve.
You get ejected from taco night?
I got extra minutes. I got bonus minutes.
You got bonus minutes?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping I got a controller for the weekend, because I'm not flying any meaningful flights without a controller. Sorry, people. Anybody that says that. All right, I got to stop being such a freaking a-hole because there's people that like that controller, and all I'm doing is alienating myself. But
Texas Strong Guy said he picked up his Avata at Best Buy at 10:30 on Thursday. Didn't pay any sales tax either.
we're not paying. There's still a thing up on their website that maybe nobody's paying sales tax right now. Sorry, Dad. I didn't think I can fly that with a stick. With
I don't think I can fly with a shit stick.
Yeah, Howie, I am not having it. I'm going to keep flying with it because I got no choice. I got no choice. I'm either going to fly with that or I don't get to fly until Friday. So I'm going to have to just get away, just use it. I was hoping to get a little bit of range in today because my batteries were fresh. I was fresh. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go out, do a big circle, and bring it back. And I got out about, I don't know, about 2,000 feet. And I'm like, it's really windy. And this thing sucks. And I don't want to be stuck on the top of a hillside with this stick in my hands.
You didn't want the Avata 2 to hang out with Mr. Croc for a couple of days?
I made a good decision. And I aborted that. Now, if I had my other Avata, if I had Avata 1, I'd be out there back. Yeah. Mr. Croc, I'd do 4 laps at 60 miles an hour. I called him Mr. Croc. Sorry, Kai.
That's not Mr. Croc.
No, I haven't found him yet. I still got my Mini 4.
Yeah.
The weather is 80. I'm going out to find him.
Yeah.
This time I'm going back out, and if I have any hits, I'm walking the area because I know I can walk that area.
So, well, on a completely different note, I went to my first baseball game ever.
The baseball game
last weekend. And let me tell you, Minute Maid Stadium, if you anything over 5 foot, you're not meant to be in those seats.
Nope. They're not comfortable.
We lasted about 23 minutes in those seats.
You were hot.
And that was because the first 15 minutes, the group of 4 to the left of us wasn't there yet. And we kind of spread out and used their seats.
Yep.
But when they showed up, we had to go in our assigned seats. And I mean, it's like, excuse me.
Well, if you're going to Phoenix, I have season tickets at the Phoenix ballpark. I got 4 tickets there. I don't know when I'm going to go to Phoenix, but I got season tickets for the Diamondbacks. Oh, well, my son's enjoying that.
I know somebody's going to take you up on that offer.
Yeah, my son.
Yeah, we watched the Rangers against the Astros on Saturday.
Any good things going on? Any home runs?
No home runs. It was an interesting experience. Next time, I just need to work on the seating. We need to find the ADA seating. I'll carry my freaking handicap placard in there. I don't care. But I mean, we just walked around the stadium and found little cubbies to stay in and watch the game, and it was quite interesting.
And I enjoy baseball games more when I'm moving around. I'll walk around the park. I'll go to the cheap seats. I'll go to the grass area. I'll go to the restaurant. I just wander around.
So they had a couple guys running around in the cow costume for Chick-fil-A. And, they were thinking they were pretty tall with, their costume on. They found out that wasn't so. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah, there's some cool. It depends. Every park has its own, its own kind of fun aspect. Their own traditions. So
I still don't know why they're playing the cavalry charge in those games, though. Well, I know why they're doing or what prompts them to play it, but I don't know why it's the cavalry charge.
So did you end up in a pitcher's duel? Was it like a low score, like 3-2 or something?
It was, yeah, it was. No, actually, it wasn't that low a score. I
Those
forget what.
games can be fun, but they're fun at the end. So when you get a low scoring game, once you get to the 7, 8, ninth inning, then you're like, oh my gosh, okay, only takes one run. Let's get a guy on second, let's get, you're kind of like, you start to think about, okay, this guy, okay, who's going to hit? Who's got the hot bat today? Is he going to get in the rotation? And then they bring in a pinch hitter, and then they screw you up. The other team brings in a pinch hitter and he freaking hits a double and you lose.
Let's see. Yeah, there's the picture. There's the Chick-fil-A cow sneaking in on us. Yeah, let me take that out.
I do like the Texas Rangers hats. I really like they're cool. I like the big T, the big red, white, and blue T. Okay, you can't not like that. So you guys look like you had fun.
Yeah, but the seating is absolute miserable.
Yeah. And there's no real better. I mean, if you have the most expensive seat in the freaking place and you're right down behind home plate, same seat. It's not wider.
I couldn't help myself. That Alvarez seems to think he's tall or something. 6'5", amateur.
6'5", man. I mean, I'm standing next to him, and he's like that to me. So that'd be me standing next to you right there with less than an inch. He's got a helmet on too that's giving him 6'6", maybe. He's getting another inch for sure. Oh man, I guess they probably are. I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes those guys slip a little bit with their taco day.
And this was one of the places we found to stand and watch the game.
Yeah, you get under the bleachers, get behind third or first base back there in that corner, get a nice view.
Yeah.
I like the third base angle. It's interesting on the visitor side. You're either a first base or a third base kind of person, or you're an outfielder. Some people like to sit out and then and get that view from the outfielder's perspective. I think the last game that I went to in Minnesota when I was back with my family, we actually went to two games. One was in the outfield, and the other one was along the first base, upper first base. I think it was the upper deck. Both good games, a lot of fun. They weren't terribly busy games either. So,
yeah, it was an interesting weekend.
Yeah,
but we had hotel reservations for that night, and we get to the hotel and they overbooked.
Oh, so what'd you do?
We ended up driving home.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to end up last minute spending. Wait, yeah, they
overbooked, and then it's like, well, you can try our sister property that's about 9 minutes away, and then we carefully chose the hotel that we did book because of But I'm like, just screw it. Of course, now we're trying to fight and get our money back on a freaking hotel room that wasn't available for us.
Yeah, that's bull crap. That's
Yeah.
garbage. That's kind of if I had a 2-hour drive home, I'd be home. I'm like, I'm out of here. See ya, bye.
Well, if we would have, if I had known, so we, no, the stadium is downtown Houston. There's a German doner kebab place down in Sugarland that's about half an hour away.
Uh-huh.
So after the game, we went down there because doner is a big thing in Germany. And this, I heard about this place, never been there, but I did want to try it out. And, since we were in Houston, it was time to do it. And so I drove, 30 minutes down to Sugarland. We ate and we came back 30 minutes. And, we would have known that the hotel room wasn't available for us. We would have just gone from Sugarland on straight on home and, save us half an hour drive. But it all worked out. So it all worked out.
Yeah, it's
I was just informed we're going to Phoenix weekend on May 17th to make use of those season tickets.
all you got to do is my son lives like right across the street from the park, so you just got to meet him on the street there. Just say I'm a 7-foot guy that I'm standing by. He'll just give them to you. I suggest if you do go there, you stay at the courtyard there. Really
Okay.
nice. There's a courtyard. It's right on, and there's a lot of places to eat right there, right downtown. Downtown Phoenix is nice. A lot of restaurants. Very, very nice, walkable little city. Pretty clean. Not too many crackheads. You're in good shape. So.
Well, that was the other thing, parking. Oh my God. So we drive toward the stadium and we kind of keep an eye open for parking.
Uh-huh.
I passed the parking garage at $20. I'm like, I don't even know what the prices were like. So we kind of went closer to the stadium. Across from the stadium, they wanted $60 for parking.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. We turned back around and I was going to try to find that $20 place again. I ended up finding one for $15. Parking garage, nice and clean, not one of those dirty places that reeks of feces and other bodily fluids. So no, it was a nice clean parking garage for $15. That worked. About half a mile from the stadium.
Yeah.
So,
all righty, Kai, I gotta go, man.
all right, you gotta go. I gotta go. We all gotta go. So
yep. It is now
on
time.
on this totally non-drone related subject, but I had to share it anyway.
I want to talk about that new camera too coming up. Maybe we'll save it for next week.
The X4, I kind of touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a lot of video and see if, but it might be the real deal. Meaning that it's
Well, the X3 was already very good because they had that marriage line already solved.
But this one is full for 4K 360, and that is a huge. And it looks like the dynamic range is pretty good. So I need to see some more video to really prove that. Yep. But the prices, it's high, but I paid $500 for that freaking, the Pocket 3. And I'm not going to go running and getting another 360 camera. No way. But it's supposed to have, that one's supposed to have a mic system too. It's supposed to have actually a mic that hooks up to that.
Well, it actually has 8K.
Right. It's 8K. So it's 4K in the front, 4K in the back. That's where 8K comes from.
Yeah.
That means that it's full.
And single lens, it's got 4K 60.
Yeah, it's freaking
360 mode is 8K 30.
No, it's the real deal. All right, I got to go, man. I know I can get
go
talking
to
this.
Y'all, thank y'all. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I can go on
same place.
I can go on a million years with that because I think it could be really good. for
All right.
people that like that. So
We'll see you all next week. Until then, thank you all. Thank you, Chris. We'll see you. Talk to you soon.
thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.